editions of A Gamer Girl podcast, season 3. I am coming to you live from the Nostalgia Box in Perth, Western Australia.
Woohoo!
We have just finished having chit chat. We've had 2 speakers come in and talk to all of these incredible gamer girls. It's been a time, and I'm so glad that I get to share that with not only the community in real life, but also here with you. Lovely ladies, we wish you were here.
I know. I so wish that was possible, but me and Shay, they're within spirit. We're there. We're playing games.
Trust me, I wish I was there too. That looks fantastic. I would touch all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's lots of things to touch here. Oh, we're live on the television over there.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
I could hear myself. That was strange. I might just do that so I don't hear so much. So it's very loud.
Yeah. It's trippy. It's just contributing to the vibe. What would you say that the vibe is at the moment over there, Doom?
Yes.
Oh, just everyone is really happy to be here. Some people were incredibly grateful that this kind of event was happening. A number of women came up to me and said, "There's been nothing like this before," and they hope to see more.
Totally.
And I think that every woman who has come here is going to come away with either being inspired or feeling just even more welcomed into the community than they already do.
And just seeing.
Celebrating women.
Yeah.
I love it.
Exactly.
I'm so, Perth is not our biggest city in Australia, and so I know a lot of opportunities often pass over Perth, and then at an even smaller scale, like celebrating such a very specific niche, women in games, like that must be so very uncommon. So I can absolutely see why people would just be stoked. And I can see so many lovely people walking behind you, looking like they're having a fantastic time. So clearly, it's had the correct effect.
Yeah, definitely. We're very grateful to be able to not only host this event here, thanks to Nostalgia Box, but also to MSI, who have allowed me to use their laptop for filming today. We've got some incredible giveaways for people who win games against each other. Thank you to Rocket Comms, who have gave us some board games to play. We also have the coveted prize of the Dwagon, the MSI Dwagon.
The
There's a pen and a
No,
mini.
you're giving up your son? Oh,
No,
you're giving up your son?
the small one.
The small. Okay. I was like, but Doom, you birthed him. He was your little guy. The resemblance.
I did birth him.
It's
You're
true.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did, but no, it's been, the vibe has been immaculate, just overall, and it's been fantastic just to be able to personally talk to every single one of these women here, hear their story, hear their passion for just being in this space.
Mm.
Oh, stoked. Well, I'm glad all your hard work is finally coming to fruition, because it sounds and looks absolutely amazing. And I think that Nostalgia Box deserve to get some hype around them too as well. I hadn't heard of something as awesome as a video game museum. That's really, really cool. And it's quite niche, if you ask me. So getting the vibe out for the Nostalgia Box, having hosted the GameHER Party, is just, it's amazing.
It really is. And, I hope that, I wish that there were more places like this in other states. Shay, Ellie, are there any other venues like this where you are?
So we have something called Netherworld, and it's a bar, which is fantastic, right? And it's a bar all about gaming. And it does specialize in retro gaming, pinball, board games, that kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, I think that is phenomenal. I love it. But I would really love something that's a little bit larger. So because they're in one of our hubs, so somewhere called Fortitude Valley, which is where you find a lot of our nightlife, it does mean that there's very limited space. So they do a wonderful job with what they've got, but nothing on display to the extent of what Nostalgia Box is showing off. I would love to see something like that, because I would be there. I would take my students there. I would be like, what's that? You coming and visiting me in Queensland? It's fine. We're going. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point, actually, using a resource like that. We obviously have a fortress. Melbourne has a fortress, which is really, really cool. I only went for the first time like late last year, like in summer. And something about it is so amazing. Like having a cocktail with a friend, being surrounded by other gamers. There's the arcade there. It's really, really cool. Something about like just feeling so comfy, and the just tavern vibes is really nice. But we also do have the fireplace. We also have Acme, which is a little free museum, I would call it, or even like art gallery. And they always have like a bit of a museum-y, video gamey area where you can go and look at vintage tech like the Wii. So that's really cool. It's free entry, and you would know that around PAX time they always hold like massive events and gatherings, same as it spills over into Fed Square. So we kind of do, but definitely nothing that's as like contained and purposeful as like a video game museum.
I would be so keen. Even if so we've got a couple of museums and galleries up here. I would love it if they did a gaming like spread or like event. Yeah, because like they do ones all the time, and they're fantastic. Don't get me wrong; they're on really cool shit. Like sometimes it's just straight up dinosaurs, and like I can get behind that. All right, it might not be my hyper focus, but you can teach me about gigantic reptiles. And other times they do paintings and cool things and like movie costuming and things like that. Give me one on games. Do you know how hard I would live there? Okay, for the extent of the time it was on, I would live there.
Yeah, no, totally. I have seen we've actually had Chloe Appleby on the podcast before, and she actually works at a museum in Sydney, and she is actually a curator of specific activations for gaming there at that museum. So I think it is becoming more I guess trendy amongst the artful community, which is wonderful to see. So hopefully it just it continues to rise. We actually had Amanda Amelia here speak about her experience in the esports, more professional kind of vibe, and she was saying that the future of gaming is bright. And this is exactly what we mean by that. This is a thriving community that's alive. And I think the more attention we bring to that, the better it's going to be. And I think that it's more considered as a serious entertainment genre
No, we've gone from politicians and things like that going, oh, it's just for children, it's not even art, and us having to prove, no, every frame of a game is art. Every bit of that somebody has made. We've gone from that to genuinely showing community and in-person community as well around these kinds of things. So it's not just like jumping online, which, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Love gaming with the guys on a Friday night, just having a lovely time of it. But even being able to get together in person, having those real in-life conversations and game together, get on the couch co-op, get on that Mario Kart, get on that Wii Sport. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing.
Exactly. So once again, thank you to all of our product sponsors, our prize sponsors, obviously the venue here. We're very grateful to be hosting this event also on Noongar Land as well. So we give thanks to them also. So yeah. That's a lot of appreciation for the beginning of this podcast. I can't see the chat, but I bet everyone is just so excited. Ellie, please.
Everyone is here, which is super, super exciting. We're popping off there. Our usuals are all saying hello and that they're super, super excited to be here. Our bestie Dolphin Pants, he's having a bit of issue with a storm and his internet, so he's going to pop in and out, and he's going to catch up with the VOD, which is super, super exciting. But we've got the normal crew, and everyone's loving it.
Excellent. Yeah. All right. I know it's been a short time since we've spoken last, but ladies, how's your gaming been going? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? You go, Shay, because I'm like...
Oh, Shay's got
you. I got you. So I may or may not have jumped into Core Keeper again.
Wow.
Okay, so we played it. We played it again Thursday night. As always, we had myself, another streamer, Beat Drop Bandit. We had Rico. We had one of our community members, Dave, and it was the levels of chaos and absurdity had not lowered. You know, we may be this much more experienced in that game now, but I can assure you, we play like we're not. There were many deaths had. We now have a full graveyard where we've collected our gravestones each time we've died and brought them back to base with us just to make sure that we can, you know, keep track, because that's a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're playing that again on Tuesday night. Where it's not an addiction, okay? It's a hyper focus, which is technically different. It's technically different. Yeah. And your girl, don't want to alarm anybody, but I've gotten better at sewing teddy bears and things, and I've started making a little Coraline plushie.
Stop it.
So I'm now taking what was probably not a related hobby, and I'm starting to make like little characters from games and stuff. So
I
there
love
you
that.
go.
Oh, that's so amazing. You know, and that's the beauty of gaming right there.
Yeah.
It transcends everything and it just brings out everyone's creativity. I love that show.
No,
And so
that
many
is good.
forms of it too. But no, Ellie, I know you crochet, so I'm betting you crochet some cuties.
Arugami. I never know how to pronounce it. It's got a funky name.
Oh, the little cutie ones?
Yeah.
The little, very tiny one.
Yeah, I struggle with that, but I do like making soft toys. But it's only when I'm in the vibe because there's a lot of sewing. So I'm making an alien at the moment with some really expensive yarn, and I'm also making a handbag because I have like some cheap yarn left over that I really want to get rid of. So it's happening. It's happening. But you did remind me of what I have been playing. Of course, I've been playing Split Fiction. Could I forget?
I saw that. Who are you playing with?
Yeah, so I'm playing with one of my friends. His name's Alec. And do you know the cool part about Split Fiction is obviously he told me only one player needs to buy it, and then the other person has a pass.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
whereas with It Takes Two, both parties have to have it purchased and downloaded.
No, you can actually use a friend pass for It Takes Two, because I played it with Rico for like 3 seconds before I vomited. Yeah, it was actually something that was really positive because I didn't want to invest in a game that I was quite sure would make me unwell. Because like, you know, it's a lot of money to chuck into something that I'm not going to get to enjoy. So I gave it a go, and he's like, "Don't worry, I've got the friend pass. You don't need to buy it." And I was like, "Oh,
well,
okay,
I definitely didn't know that. I thought that was a new thing for Split Fiction, but
no, a couple of things have done it. It's quite
good. No, it is really, really handy. Obviously, it just needs a massive chunk of your software. I really need to get an external hard drive so I don't have to keep deleting like 3 games every time there's like a new Fortnite update or something stupid.
The updates are so big.
They're so big, and I just need to do the external hard drive to get more space. But I am really, really enjoying it. I'll say like the dynamic between the characters is getting a bit stale. No spoilers, but yeah, between the mainies is getting a bit stale. But still enjoying it. Physically, looks beautiful. It looks like artwork. So absolutely stoked. With that, and the mechanics are beautiful, and it's really smooth to play. So I'm loving it.
Sorry, a question about Split Fiction. Are the characters siblings or just friends, or like?
Neither. Neither. They didn't.
I thought they were sisters.
No, they didn't know each
enemies?
other. No, they didn't know each other.
They were just like, guess we're doing this.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So they were strangers,
Brave.
And then thrown into this thing. Really spoiler free there.
Besties on fast mode. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So hence why I say that their dynamic is getting a bit stale, because like they're strangers and it's a typical dynamic of what you would expect, like 2 strangers. You've got like Sunshine and Rainbows, you've got Storm. Like it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
And it gets like after a while you're just kind of like, it's annoying me now. Like switch it up, have a different conversation, enter a different pathway of your relationship. Yeah.
Get to know each other a little better. Crack a joke. Have an insight. They're the best.
Like chill out, relax. It's fun.
Yeah, for sure. No, everything I've seen of Split Fiction it looks like an amazing game. Once I find someone to play with.
Well, that's
You
it.
literally play it with Ellie. Like just be like, "Oh, Ellie, we're playing."
I have to start all over again. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of playing games, they're playing Pong behind me. And the person this little girl here is actually the owner's daughter. And if you can beat her, you get $20.
Oh, she's that good.
Oh, she's that good.
Damn,
Slay
that's
queen.
goals. I like that. I want to be the person people point out. Like, if you beat her, you get money. It's like, this is some stakes.
I'm scared, but I'm in. Like,
yeah,
fun.
I'm curious.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
I don't even think I have a game like that I could properly be like, I'll put money that I could win. I don't think I have that.
I had Tetris. I had Tetris for a while because we had the old we had literally for my uni, because I was the first one through the games course, they made us an arcade so we could play every single game that had come out on arcade and all of the really old consoles. And so it turns out I was really good at Tetris. I didn't know that. But I was very good at Tetris. So there you go. Am I still good? That's a fantastic question. I don't know. Don't put money on me yet. Okay, I'll practice. I'll get back to you.
I'm going to have to make a Tetris channel in the Discord, I think. And we can get some high scores going.
We can get retro games. Oh, Tetris. Fuck yes.
I love Tetris. I love Frogger. Frogger for my little nostalgia box introductory thing when we're talking about like throwback games. I was like, I don't know how far back we're throwing, but I'm throwing a basketball court over and I'm talking Frogger. Like, full disclosure, I was not around when Frogger was hip hop happening, pun intended. No. I was more playing it when it was a bit older. Just like Snake. Do you remember Snake on the old Nokias?
Yes. Oh my God. No, I remember. Does your phone have games? Oh, it's got Snake. Yeah, perfect.
Done.
Hand that over.
I used to get so far into my grandma's phone. Like I still hear it. I still see the neon thing pressing the button. I'm like, Mum, don't talk to me. I'm busy. Oh, bring back Snake.
And then they brought back Snake in 3D, and I was like, put that back. No. Put that accursed monstrosity back.
Too
bring
different.
Bring it back to me in my dumb little pixels, okay? Little pixels. I will accept an upgrade in color if I have to, but it has to be 2D. 3D,
too much change. Too much change. I think that's what I'm feeling with like the Until Dawn movie is like too much change, but I'm going to have to watch it. She's around the corner is the Until Dawn movie. She's around the corner. So I'm going to be in good. I even asked my local cinema to have a premiere and invite me. I was like, I have to. You don't understand. It's my favorite video game and I'm a content creator. Invite me.
So you know who I am?
Like, please.
They're like, no. And you're like, oh, fair enough.
I am the twerking queen. How dare you not invite Miss TQ to grace your horse? I'm like, I grew up here. I've been coming here since I was like 5. Please. So hopefully they listen to my desperate ex-girlfriend emails. I'm like, please.
Desperate ex-girlfriend emails.
That's what I come across.
That's how it feels.
Like crazy.
No, that's how it feels, truly.
I'm contributing to the opposite of not cute gamer girl. Frantic gamer girl.
You miss 100% of the chances you don't take.
That's what I'm saying. And like with the boom of video game movies, like Mr. Jack Black needs to calm down. Like, calm down with the video game movies, please.
Other people can be in those films, okay? It's all right. There's other actors that like games.
We get it.
We got this.
You're gaming in your retirement. Like, come on, brother. Pick a new genre. No, we don't want him in a new genre because we love him. He better be in the Until Dawn movie. He better be like a slasher.
He just pops in.
Yeah, he better.
Just
but
a cameo.
With the film industry heading more video game related, like why would they not want to host these sorts of premieres? And funnily enough, I actually did a questionnaire for them like maybe 3 weeks ago now, and they were like, if we were to introduce merch, like what movies would you want to see the merch of? And I was just like, Until Dawn. Because I was like, a few other horror movies that I like Megan 2.0 was coming out and those sorts of things. But literally there is nothing, like there's not really any merch of Until Dawn. And that's like, obviously, not that you guys would know, my favorite ever video game. I could do with a couple bits and bobs of some merch. And lo and behold, Doom, that's when they came out with the Pokemon buckets for the Minecraft movie. So I was like, I know that they're cooking. They just want to know what they probably ordered like thousands of units. They just need to know that they've done the right choice. But when I did that questionnaire, I'm like, you people have already ordered something and you're making sure that it's going to sell. And then bam, Minecraft.
Look, I was actually underwhelmed by how much merch there was for cinema in regards to the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, actually. I saw America got a lot, but Australia, we don't really.
Which sucks.
No, like you would, come on, It's Mario. Like
I know, right? And like he
Mario
already has so much existing
transcends
merch.
countries. Like
Yeah,
Languages, come on.
just
like,
a little bit of merch, a small amount, please.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we get more in Australia. I mean, and yeah, like we say, you know, gaming is now a fully fledged, you know, legit entertainment enterprise now. So our time is coming. The future of gaming is bright. We love that.
agreed.
Girls, did you see the Nintendo Direct? Please tell me you did.
Yes.
Because I feel like it would be terrible if we didn't talk about it.
Oh, Ellie.
Do enlighten me, please. I didn't, but I will reiterate, like I have been for like 3 seasons now. I don't have a Switch. I've got a Wii. I don't have a Switch. So I don't really bother watching it
So you
because
don't tease yourself.
yes, because the last time I got
no.
so hyped was Luigi's Mansion, and I still want to play Luigi's Mansion, but I don't have a Switch.
It's good.
But I'm also hanging
do
out for the
myself
Switch
for
too, so I can buy people's Switch
Yes.
ones.
Yes,
That's my
no. Honestly,
that's my little
like the Switch
trick.
2 is like real soon, so like
Yeah.
keep an eye out. But like just so many Joy-Cons from Switch 1 have drift,
Stick drift,
which is really bad. Like it's why I don't play mine. It's not because I don't want to; I'd love to, but it's only come out recently that for Australia anyway, Nintendo actually has to fix your Joy-Con drift. I think they have to for the rest of the world now as well. But I didn't know that, and now so I don't have my receipts. I don't have anything like that, and so I'm like, I'll just bloody wait. I'll get the number 2. Hopefully, the Joy-Cons are backwards compatible, and then maybe I can do that. But no, there were some cool things in the Direct. So one of the ones that I'm so hyped about, I'm already in my Discord about it. And then someone also suggested it to me, which I thought was beautiful, was Witchbrook. Okay.
Yeah.
I have been waiting for that game for years. Okay, that it went silent. People had actually thought it was abandoned. We really weren't
Really?
sure. Yeah. So
Yeah.
for anybody who doesn't know, Witchbrook is this beautiful pixel story-ish game about going to a wizarding school and then graduating and actually living your life as a magical being. So it doesn't stop with the school business, right? Because like that's a big chunk of it. But it actually goes on to like, how do you use your magic in the world? Like, how do you practically apply this? And it's up to 4 players as well if you want it to be. So, me and my besties, me and my crew, we're going to be zooming through the sky on our brooms. I hope one of us goes full hocus pocus and has a vacuum, but we will see how it goes.
Oh gosh, not the vacuum.
I love vacuum. I love flying vacuums.
Exactly. So I'm so keen. But there were so many others. Like, Doom, what did you see that you liked?
So I think probably one of the biggest announcements for me was the announcement of the Zelda film.
Yeah.
I mean,
video game films say what?
I know.
Live
I
action too.
I think a while ago we actually spoke about video games as movies, and this was actually brought up. Who would actually play Zelda? Who would play Link?
Yeah, because weren't we discussing, if I can remember correctly, that because Link doesn't talk? Is that correct?
Not really. He's kind of a quieter dude.
Yeah, so it's like, will they adjust that for the film? Or will they be still like a silent king? You know, what direction? Because there's always liberties with these movies, and you know, there's never always like a direct transition. Like you look at The Last of Us, and they've taken a lot of creative liberties, and that's around the corner too. Actually, season 2 is coming out, which is super, super exciting. And season 2 is anyone's guess because I mean, no spoiler alerts because it's whack. That things happen in the game, The Last of Us 2, they're not necessarily going to mirror that straight away or at all in season 2. And so they just take their little creative liberties and they do what they want to do. So no different with Link, I think. That's no. So what did they exactly announce? Did they announce like a rough like monthage or year, or just a plan of we're in the writing room?
It was 2027, wasn't it?
Well, that's not a real year, so they're failing already. 2027.
I'm pretty certain. Let's
I'm
see.
honestly like just stuck on thinking about the app they announced as well. So they also
Well,
announced,
that's where they did it.
yeah, they announced their Nintendo Today app, which is essentially like a calendar app, but it tells you like like Nintendo related holidays and stuff like that. Which, I mean, I downloaded it and I'm hoping it'll tell me things like, oh, Pokemon Day is coming up soon, so I don't miss it like I did this year. But also, I don't know, like if it's going to be all that useful for me aside from like 2 dates in a year. So
Yeah, like I think it's a good idea, but I feel like if it could encompass like other games,
yeah,
that would be cool because then you'd know the anniversaries. Like you could go in and you could select like what
be
games you
cool,
play,
like some classic
and
games.
then it
Like
could tell you when those games came out.
that'd be sick. I'd like that. I think that'd be fantastic. I didn't even see Pokemon on there as like an option to pick of interest. So I was like, oh, that's so strange. Nintendo releasing something that, I don't know, doesn't cater for Pokemon as well. Seems so strange, but yeah.
Yeah. And obviously we got another kind of look at the Nintendo Switch 2. Look, there haven't been any titles specifically announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I think it's a little bit difficult to get hyped around a new console when you can play all those games on the console that you already own.
It's a very good point. Like you'd have to really get heaps of advancements to be like, yep, that's what I want to do. Like if you look at the leap from the PS4 to the PS5, that was worth it in my opinion. PS5 to PS5 Pro, that's to your own discretion. That's to the limit of your own technology. I mean, I maintain that I have to wear glasses to watch my TV and hence play my PlayStation. So how much is your gal benefiting from a couple more pixels? Probably not a lot. Like if I'm being real honest, I'm like probably not a lot. So
These eyes are aging.
Right?
What do you mean?
No, these eyes are just playing too many video games, okay? It's different, but we will not be stopping.
I'm just not gonna bother. So I would be intrigued to see, especially in this point with people consuming technology and the cost of living, how are they going to seduce someone to upgrade that it isn't just these collectors, it isn't just the type of person that you kind of laugh at being like, you always have to have the top of the range technology. It's like, where do you seduce the average Nintendo consumer to say, come on, buy the new one? And they go, go on then. And they go to that effort of maybe selling their old console to to at least partially fund the new one, especially with this stick drift. People bloody hate stick drift. They bang on and on and on about it across like every, like no console, no controller is safe from people complaining about stick drift. And if it's known for it, like what is wrong with your little like joystick mechanics? Like, is there a part in it that's just like weak? Because
no,
it just
it's
stands
a software issue.
Yeah.
That's the worst bit. For a lot of people, myself included, my joysticks worked perfectly. Even past the time other people had started experiencing difficulties, right up until I did a particular update to their software. So the joysticks actually have their own software that you have to update separately. And then all of a sudden, I got drift. And I was so annoyed because it's a non-optional update. So you just kind of have to hope that it doesn't do anything. And
so it's a literal gremlin in the machine.
I don't think enough people actually know that, to be honest. So thank you for sharing that, Day.
Well, a lot of people think, maybe you just dropped it or something. And it's like, honestly, that's not it. And these things can take a hit. Like, the controllers are actually pretty sturdy. Don't go throwing them at anything, obviously. But if you drop it once or twice, it's going to be fine. No do. But no, unfortunately, it is a software-induced issue. And you would think the obvious answer would be to just roll out something that would fix it. But obviously that has not happened. So...
Yeah. Well, Sari in the comments is kind of saying the same thing. I'm going to have a go at this word. The miniaturization, nailed it, to get stick sensors that small has some design issue. Full-size controllers still drift, but they have the depth to fit better built sensors. So that's... makes sense. And they've also given up trying to understand Nintendo's decisions surrounding Pokemon. So that's fine.
Absolutely. No. It's not a good time for Pokemon at the moment, but I am looking forward to the new game. Like, I know I'm going to try it. I'm so excited.
Really? You're looking forward to that? I don't know. I looked at previews of it. It looked. No,
I'm like, I'm cautiously excited, okay? Because I was excited for the last couple of Pokemons, got them, and then went, oh, it's heinous. But I just want to be wrong. I want to be incorrect, okay? I'm not usually that kind of person, but I would love to be incorrect this time, and it's going to be a lovely, properly populated game that functions correctly in all areas and is fun.
Okay.
I'm asking for a lot.
That's a lot to put in your wish jar, Shay. I'm not going to lie.
If I just go for fun, what if I just have that one?
Look, if
you're right.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum. That's fine. But I did watch the trailer, and it does look very childish. Like, and we already get a bad rap enough already about gaming, and it just maybe that's just the charming, Japanese style. But
very cutesy, very clean. Yeah.
Like, where's the grit on those side walks? You know what I mean? Like,
no grit. only perfectly clean, which is interesting considering it's set in like make believe Paris, which is has an unfortunate reputation for being less cleanly than it could be.
That's true. Yeah. But maybe this is, I mean, this is a gamer world,
Yeah.
Maybe
they're like, give you pretties.
That would be
the dream.
That would be so fascinating though, like an adult made Pokemon game. And I get that Pokemon is definitely one of the protected entities, that they're very careful on what they do, what they say, how they present themselves. But adult content doesn't have to be confused with like adult content, but rather just like a game that's made for adults. Like a child could still play, but it'd be a harder, tougher, better conversations, like that sort of thing. I'd be intrigued if they were ever to like venture into that, because I feel at the moment it's very much like catch 'em all, play 'em all, be 'em all. Like it's just including every sort of demographic, which in its own is quite beautiful. But when there's people who have loved Pokemon since like the dawn of time, it's like, oh, is it the end of the world that we wouldn't want a smidgy thing for us, like just us, like 20 and up or 25 and up, like maybe something a bit.
No, they'd never do it because like the idea is to introduce the children young to the game so they love it, and then you can sell merch. Like it sounds terrible, but that is the business model.
Money wheel.
I think that's why I like.
It just keeps going and going, which obviously sucks because like where's the integrity? Like unfortunately it's gone too far. There is none. But one could hope.
Well, Power World was a good answer to it, okay? Like as much as people like to pay out on Power World, like that was really refreshing. So I hope I see more things of that variety.
I just all of a sudden had this image in my head of like God of War, right? But modded, so that you're like in your Pokemon trainer outfit and Atreus is like your chosen Pokemon. And the bosses are just really super duper massively huge Pokemon.
The Mega Evolutions or whatever it is. Oh my god. I'm just imagining a really cranky Pikachu tail whipping that dude into oblivion. It's just like, oh whoops. Shit.
Look, if someone out there can do it, you can have it. I'll give you that one.
Mod ideas, yeah.
Oh yeah, mod ideas for sure. It seems like Pong has been a bit chill. So that chilled out. We've got some people playing Guitar Hero.
I did see those guitars moving past you before, and I was like, no, how cool.
Yeah. No, but it is I think slowing down a little bit around here. But I've obviously been busy here talking to you lovely ladies. So I unfortunately haven't been able to say goodbye to everyone. So if you're seeing this, thank you for coming.
Thanks for joining us.
There was nothing really else that I thought of talking about in regards to gaming news this week. But Shane, Ellie, this is our last episode for the season, and I kind of wanted to get your thoughts about how it's gone and maybe some of your favorite moments.
Yeah, wow. Thinking back on, because obviously we do 20 weeks, don't we? We do 20 episodes, so 20 weeks, which is crazy. Like time passes along. We, you know, transition over a year. But I just think we've just had some really neat moments of just the three of us this season, as well as having a lot of amazing guests. I really appreciate all the different insights that we get with all the different people, and not to mention COAGG conversations as well. And I'm even looking forward to the Confessions of a Gamer Boy. I think that it's going to be really good, because I think that we've discussed in the past that we have such a strong male fan base, that it's so beautiful to hear from them as well, and especially if they're watchers and listeners, to see like if they've learned anything through us and their vibe. I think that'll be really cool, see what they've got to bring to the table with it all. So I guess one of my highlights will be the meetup that we did at PAX last year. So I've taken us all the way back to October. That was really cool, because I love seeing the numbers each week. Like, I don't focus on it, but I love seeing the numbers each week. I love seeing comments each week. But to finally meet people, put usernames to faces, those sorts of things, and people can say like, you know, I really enjoy listening. And some of our watchers and listeners say that, you know, sometimes it feels like I'm just chatting to pals, like I just whack you on in the background or whatever and like listen to it, and it's just nice. It's just the gals yapping, and that's what it is. We are the gals yapping. And that meetup was really, really fun. It was like quick and succinct, and we had to buzz off to other places, but I really enjoyed meeting people that came from all different sorts of gaming backgrounds, walks of life. Some people, again, that we mentioned last week, I think, that had just walked by and they were like, what's this about? Let me pop in. And those sort of human connections in a world where you don't connect with people face to face all that super often was really beautiful. Just meeting people that are different, but we've all got the same hobby was really, really cool. So that is probably my favorite thing that we've done like this season was just the meetup. And I mean, it's only going to get bigger and better, and hopefully we can do more of these events. Like, I would actually love to have a GameHER Party in Melbourne. I would love to host that. That would be super, super fun. Like, I've got a few locations in mind, like those sorts of things, like getting us more together physically in a world where we just spend all of our time online, which that connection in itself is beautiful, and it's really worthy, because, you know, you can chuck a text to someone can respond to you 3 hours later. It fits in with your lifestyle. But sometimes we get too comfortable with that, and we want a bit of face-to-face, mushy, hi. And
for sure,
I want to see more of that. So that's me.
Amazing.
Listen, my answer is not going to be as detailed, because as soon as you asked, what was your favorite thing? My mind went, I've never seen a thing in my life. What is this?
This is my first episode. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm
sorry I put you on
3 minutes ago. What are you talking about? But honestly, it's actually been seeing our community grow and get stronger. Like, I don't know, watching people just really participate in chat every single time, getting along with each other, recognizing each other, welcoming each other into the chat. Like, that is so wholesome. It is so much easier when you rock up to a stream or a podcast or whatever it is, and there's already people there waiting for you to start. It's so comforting. It can be like 1 or 2 people, it doesn't matter. But like, rocking up to people already there going, hey, let's do this, as opposed to rocking up to nobody, it's wonderful. It's lovely. It's a sense of support that I don't know. I just don't think you can replace.
No, definitely. I agree. We definitely have a stronger community than any of the past seasons. And we've just built on it. Like, I don't think anyone has actually kind of gone away, which I personally haven't experienced before. I know Shay and Ellie, you guys have your own, fans, I suppose. But yeah, like the ones within COAGG, they're just
fans.
always there. It's fantastic.
No, I have fellow gremlins, and together we create chaos. But no, you're right. Like, you know, sometimes people, for whatever reason, can't attend a stream anymore, or, you know, they have whatever, life happens. But no, like, our community is just, they're vibing, they're chilling, they're happy.
They are. They're vibing online and they're vibing in person. And Ellie, I agree with you about the the uniqueness that a physical in-person event has. And I've been incredibly busy this event, but I've tried to go around and speak to anyone. And anyone, I know you're listening to me after this. If you want to have a chat, please, I would love that. Because that is essential. That is so essential to what we do, what we love to do. And Confessions of a Gamer Girl is only going to grow, go from strength to strength. But yeah, that's the future. But probably one of the things that I've most enjoyed. Now, I obviously talk to Shay and Ellie kind of outside of the podcast as well. Maybe not as much as I'd like, but I've seen both of you just transform even just the last 2 seasons. You have grown so beautifully. You've had ups, you've had downs, but at the end of the day, we have always come together in this one space. And I don't know, I've never felt that connection so much before. So if anything, that's what I've enjoyed the most, just seeing you girls every week.
Don't you cry on us. Don't you do it. I'll get you.
Suck the water back
I'm
up
watching
there.
you. Yeah. Go full Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
No, it's everything. It's everything all at once. And that's what brings me back. It's what brings me back every season. It's what keeps me up at night trying to, figure out what I can do better for both you guys and the people who are watching. Yeah. So, and you know what? If people want more in-person events, we'll do it. Okay. We're so keen for it. And look, we can't always get, like, you won't always get us all in the one place at one time. But we will do our best.
We're just stationed all over Australia. That's our glory. But I think that's beautiful because it's different nooks of the country, and we can kind of bring our own flair. Like all these states have different vibes when it comes to energy and culture and video games. So I think having us all deployed in different areas is quite nice. It brings like a refreshing vibe to people's stance on what the country's up to and where we're thinking and what we're doing. So I quite enjoy that fact, even though it does hinder us that we can't always hang out and do fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No,
there needs to be more in-person cheese and your type of beverage events. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Cheese and
for
beverage
sure.
nights.
Cheese. Yeah. I'd like to do a paint and sip as well.
Yes.
Of a
That'd be
controller.
great.
Of our
Of a controller or something. Yeah.
That would be cute.
But I haven't seen any like gaming specific ones outside of PAX. I know we talked about it last week, but yeah, they kind of got me thinking, and it'd be really cool to have something like that.
You can actually pick one. So if the paint sip that I did for my birthday, my partner gave them a custom image of a raccoon, and that's what they taught us to paint. So you can totally just be like, hey, you want to? Yeah, you can totally be like, I just want to do a gaming one, and they're totally fine with that. You give them like a couple of pictures that you're thinking of, and they'll teach you how to paint it. It's really good.
You can also do the paint by numbers ones where you send it off and then they send it back to you, and it's like all paint by numbers, and it's like it ends up being like the image. You can do those two where it's not free-handed. You just paint.
I literally have those sitting on my table right now. Like my partner and I are planning a paint and sip night, and so we got these paint by numbers ones, and I'm just gonna use my Posca pens, and we're just gonna sit there and have nuggies and color in our canvases.
No, I love it. I truly do.
That's
great. I love painting. I really do. I'm not good at it, but I really enjoy it. And the simpler it is, and like the sweet little connection you've got. But Sharky in the comments, COAGG private jet. That's the plan, doll. Yeah. That is the plan. We're getting there. Joke. She's still getting wrapped. I think she's up to getting reupholstered inside, though. We're getting some pink neon lights. We're getting some clouds at the top of the cabin. I think it's up to reupholstering. We're approving the uniforms of the stewardess and the pilots. All women-led, of course. We're having a lady pilot.
Yeah,
no questions asked.
And we do need a section for cats, as my cats obviously will need their own little fluffy areas. It's very important. It's very important.
There's a lot of nuance to being a gamer girl, and especially a gamer girl that travels. You know
Glam,
what I mean?
Glam gamer girls, the triple G, GGG.
No, we need at least 10 toilets. You know, that's been actually the biggest,
and pretty
biggest problem.
With Dyson Airwraps.
No, it's been a fantastic season, and what a way to finish it off here at the Nostalgia Box in Perth. I'm so grateful that you ladies stayed up late for us. Again, it just goes to show, like, number one, our passion is there. Number two, Australia's big, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? We're separated by a lot of mountains and rivers and dirt and stuff. So
And desert, still a lot of desert.
Yeah.
Sand. The place where I live is basically
a sand pit. At least it's a cool color. You know, that's nice.
Yeah, I guess red sand.
Okay, listen, that's pretty unique apparently. Okay, like I know it's pretty much all we know, but like, yeah, apparently it's unique.
Yeah, definitely. What is it, Dave? Do you want to talk? No. Dave's watching me. He's in my peripheral.
I really. A floating arm. I'm surprised there wasn't more waves. Like more people in the back. Like I was like, if that was me, like I'd be pulling all sorts of faces. Like and Sarah's right, in IRL lurking, like literally just hanging out.
Everyone's just too busy having a good time.
Yeah, they are.
Games.
They're creating the vibe.
They really want to win a prize. That's why.
Yeah, if you could beat that kid. So like, I'm gonna have to check in.
I'm gonna have to check in with the Pong, whether anyone actually won that. Also, I'm really grateful, and I don't know. Did I tell you that the stickers made it all the way here?
Yes, I saw.
I've been able to give them out.
Just making it rain with stickers.
It's great. I also want to shout out my little girl, Alice. She's 5, and she was experiencing a lot of separation anxiety. She usually doesn't. I don't know if she was just playing it up because she's a little bit extra like that. But she gave me this. I've almost dropped it. She gave me this little love heart, and it's like felt. She got it from her teacher at school and said if she squeezes it, mummy knows that you're thinking of her. So she gave it to me, and I've had it in my pocket.
It's been kept nice and warm.
Yeah, she's been with me. So yeah, and you all have been with me every single time that you've encouraged me, both of you and the people in the community. That has spurred me on to continue to bring great things to women in gaming. So
no, you've done absolutely fantastic, Doom, to see the hard work that you've put in for the past 3 seasons, but especially this season. You've just gone nose to the ground and really worked hard. And with that, with COAGG Conversations, COAGG in the Wild, now with Gamer Boy, like the hustle is real, girl. The hustle is real. You've fostered such a fantastic little system that we've got going on there, community, culture, we've got it all. So you've done really, really well. And me and Shay could yap for 16 years. So we absolutely love being on a podcast where we know things and we can talk about things and it's pink. So thanks.
And nobody wants you to stop talking about the games because they're here for the games.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the opportunity of, having us. You could have, not picked us. It could have been 2 other people. Or it could have been. Yeah. So
they would have been significantly less cool, but like it's cool.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Less chaosy, off-roady, deraily, but hey, who wants that?
Or more. We don't actually know.
Yeah, true. We could be tame, actually. We could be tame. Oh my God, Shay.
You're right. We need to up our levels early. Next season, just worse. So much worse. Excellent. I'm getting all the red cordial. You have no idea.
Oh my days. I don't know if I can manage that, guys.
Doom's like,
come on now, be nice. Come on. All right, lovelies. That is actually going to be it for this episode. I'm going to get back to it and continue to mingle and play some games. And thank you to everyone who watched us live. And thank you to anyone who is watching us after the fact via our VOD. We really appreciate you. I'm not sure if we want to raid anyone or if we just want to leave it there.
Probably. I think we'll not push our borders of technology while we've got everything going on. Yeah.
No worries. But yeah, thank you to everyone again. And especially thank you, Shane, Ellie.
Yeah, well, we'll see everyone next season. I hope they
We'll see you next season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.